Hey guys, how you guys doing? This is Alex with the Linux Tube,
What's up? This is ShaunS6000 from the GamerTube.
and today we're just going to talk about good old stuff. We're on our little podcast here. We finally got back together. Sean's work week and work schedule has changed to a little bit more difficult of one, so he hasn't been available as much. So I've kind of been without a partner. I did think about going live without him, but it was only for a minute.
You thought about it.
Thought about it.
Woke up having those evil thoughts again, huh?
Yeah. If you guys can hear us out there, can you maybe comment in the chat if you're out there? Programmer person, you just joined. Could I give a short recap? Well, brother, you know what? We literally just went live, so you didn't miss a thing.
I'm ShaunS6000, the GamerTube.
Yeah, if you haven't met Sean, he's the GamerTube.
We just went through that.
Yeah, that's about what we did, our intros. What's up, Ben? How you doing, brother?
And we're live.
Yeah. Oh, my fish tank aquariums is in. What's up, guys? DT's in here. You hear stuff? That's awesome. That is awesome.
All right,
awesome.
we're coming through.
So I got some new audio equipment, and I'll just talk about that because any audiophiles out there might know who PreSonus is. Now, PreSonus is studio-grade quality recording software. I got a digital mixer and a new condenser from them, and I am so excited. I hope the audio quality is much better. The audio quality of my videos are going to be much better, and so I got tired of dealing with one video would be great, the next video would not be great. So.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So did you get a deal on those, or is that?
Yeah, actually, I got
standard?
I got a bundled deal. My friend, you had 2 more hours. Anyhow, my friend sells. He's a representative for PreSonus and other music brand stuff, and so he got me a good deal on it. I got the studio monitors, the condenser mic, the digital mixer, and XLR cables, all of it for like 300 and some change.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's all about who you know.
Yeah, pretty much. Programmer person, hi, how are you? So, basically, one thing I want to talk about is, you know, as we know that the kid, the little Indian kid, I can't remember his name, but anyhow, he's from India.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I didn't mean
like
I didn't mean like feather on the forehead Indian.
how
or
many
native,
millions of people live
you
there?
know,
or
not trying to be rude, but not native. But I meant like actual Indian from India.
that one Indian kid.
Yeah, he
We'll just go with that.
yeah, he redid Ubuntu Unity, right? And he was only like 12 years old. At 14, after like maintaining it by himself, well, actually he's got a team of other, I guess, kids that were maintaining it. Ubuntu actually adopted it as an official flavor. Well, I was reading over on 9to5 Linux that 9to5 Linux that Ubuntu, I guess they're starting to readopt flavors again, and they actually made Cinnamon Remix an official Ubuntu flavor again. So I think that, and it's going to be released with the Lunar Lobster, the 2304, which should be on April 20th. 420, imagine that. You can have some cinnamon, you know.
Party on.
Yeah, while you're partying on, exactly. So anyhow, they're I guess a lot of these flavors are starting to garner a lot of popularity, I guess, and Ubuntu's starting to adopt them. But I wonder if they're going to stay with them, because I'm assuming Ubuntu's going to want to make them adopt their snapd stance only. So that's what I got for some Linux news. What do you got in the gaming world?
One of my favorites, Dead Island, is coming out with a sequel this month, and it's probably like 10 years old or something. And I put a lot of hours into the first one. Fun, just with no end. You kind of like without getting anywhere in the game. It was fun to run around and chop heads off, and they're coming out with a sequel, and it looks pretty cool. You never thought it would come. It takes 10 years to make a sequel or whatever, and it's finally coming, and looks really good. Really excited about that.
Nice.
I might have to actually go out and get it. So
Sean has no audio?
hello.
Does he not have any audio? Hang
That's
on,
all right.
DT.
Really got nothing to say, anyways.
Or it's very weak or very low. All right, DT.
We just went through all of it too.
God.
testing.
Always the case, man. Always a farting case.
Thanks, DT. Can you hear me now?
How's that?
At least
Can you hear him now?
At least my camera works.
Oh,
you gotta be able to read
my
lips.
Fish Tank Aquarium says, or Fish Tank Aquatic says he's hearing audio on both of us.
Oh.
Hip Dad, what's going on, my brother?
Hey,
Can you hear Sean now?
can you hear me?
Can everybody hear Sean?
I had some important things to say. Right?
we never have important things to say. What are you lying? Why are you lying to our community for? I'm
Anyways.
weighing your left ear, dude. Still nothing. I can't go with this new.
Yeah, it seems like when we were doing the testing, it was only coming through on this side
Because he's weird.
when I was doing the playback. But
How about
Man,
now? How about now?
Don't you know anything how to set up your?
Oh, DT said his left speaker's broken. Is he in both people's ears now? I mean, I don't. I'm messing with my tuner here. I wish I could show you on camera.
If you ever played Dead Island,
Still bored.
it's awesome. Dead Island 2 is coming out, so I'm a 40-year-old video game player. Yes, I am.
Weird.
I kill zombies.
I am. I'm trying to make sure. Well, so here's the thing. On this PreSonus box, it's the software. It's software driven, and so
You were just saying how you got a really good deal on that, right?
Yes, I did get a good deal, but it's new. Come on.
Maybe that's why. Really good deal, man.
Goodness. And so anyhow, the problem is I have to use software to balance this out, and I can't do it while I am on live. This is crap.
So Alex has really good internet, so anytime I come over here, I bring all my equipment and update everything. So meanwhile, while we're doing this, I'm on PlayStation.
For once, he doesn't have mono. Yeah.
I'm on PlayStation Plus updating all my games.
Yeah, that's all you're doing is using me for your internet. You dirty,
I'm a
dirty bird.
Comcast whore. What can I
Yeah.
say?
How's that sound? Is that any better?
And can you hear me now?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Oh well.
DT said he's going to switch to earbuds for now. Okay, brother. Thanks. I hope it's better. I still got some playing to do. Like I said, it's brand new equipment. So I'm trying to get it all worked out. But either way, what the hell was I talking about before somebody derailed me with this whole chat thing or the whole sound thing?
Cinnamon? Cinnamon has a lot of flavors.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering if they're gonna, because Ubuntu.
I was actually
I'm
listening,
still a
bro.
lefty. Nice. Sorry, hip dad. But anyhow, I have to figure it out. Anyhow, Ubuntu, they're forcing everybody to go to Snapd that's doing anything with them. So they're not offering any other like app packages or anything like that, from what I understand. So I just wonder how they're going to do that. Let him out the cellar, man. I wish I could let him out the cellar. On our recording, it's recording just fine. I don't know. Desktop audio has mono checked on it. Okay.
We'll figure this game out once, someday.
Hang on a second.
I swear I have problems with a bunch of every time I.
How about that? Is that better now? Both of them are checked to mono.
Can you hear me sing?
Hope we sound better. DT says yes.
All right.
We fixed it. We fingered it out.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So
It takes a village.
It does
to
take a village.
teach us anything.
That's what I love about our community. About our community, is that
No judgment, right?
yeah, pretty much. Well, anybody that everybody knows that when you're in Linux, man, something is always ready to go wrong at any given time, and you spend a while fixing it, figuring it out. You know what I mean? That's the glory of Linux. And that sparked actually DT's video, actually about is Linux too difficult? Kind of sparked a huge debate. That's right, my fish tank man. I am. But anyhow, it sparked a lot of debate as to whether Linux is easy to use because of that reason. It breaks, things happen all the time. Like DT, his grub got borked, I think is what it was. I didn't really watch the whole video. I apologize, DT. But I think something in his boot got borked and he couldn't boot into a system. He had to cheroot in, I believe, and rescue it. So I mean, that's the thing about Linux at any given time. Oh, the kernel. That's the kernel. Holy crap.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I mean, that happened. I mean, I could tell you how many times that happened. And yes, DT, I like you. But it was like shit. It's just nuke and pave, start all over again. Grub does break on occasion, especially if you use Grub Customizer. And I had a developer actually explain to me why. And that's kind of interesting because Grub Customizer replaces some of the Grub files with its own custom file structure. And when it rebuilds Grub, it rebuilds it in its own file structure. And so, like, when you get a download or an update of Grub, actual Grub, it will actually break it. Why install an LTS and rolling kernel? Well, so LTS is just that. You tend to break a little bit less, whereas rolling kernel, of course, is, I understand programmer person, that's why I'm explaining to you. So LTS is long-term support, really is what it is. And so you tend to have if you tend to do updates, they tend to be more stable. Whereas if you do rolling kernel, it's rolling release, and what happens is you're getting the latest and greatest bleeding edge of things, and so oftentimes they're not compatible with other applications that you have on there, and you have conflicts which will break packages, and so it could be a nightmare.
Microphone.
Right.
Add-ons.
No, programmer person, nothing's obvious about Linux. As you learn with Linux, and this is not to scare you, but it's just to give you insight that when you are new to Linux, your learning curve is going to be huge because there's a lot of different things, especially if you get into like Arch Linux, all these rolling release distros. It's going to test you. You're going to learn how to look up a lot of things. You're going to ask a lot of questions. There's great YouTubers out there. DT's by far one of the top ones. Matt, the Linux Cast, is another great one. Jake at Linux is another good one. I mean, there's a lot of other ones out there that you can check out that have different videos on different things. You tried to install Arch, it took you 3 days. Par for the course.
Happened.
eBuzz? Yo,
3 days
DT,
install?
come on, man. Are you trying to get my blood up here, man? Are you trying to send me to my grave, man? Linux Cast, Jake, eBuzz. Okay, man. I get Linux Cast. I get Jake, but we know about the, and you got me to we'll look it up someday.
I hope so. That on video, huh?
No, I don't think so. I was telling, actually, so funny.
You guys need a face-to-face, man.
Yeah, I was telling Zero Linux the other day. I was talking to Steve, and I told him, I said, I'm referring to him as Voldemort in Harry Potter. It's a name that I shall not mention.
Oh, wow.
And DT made me break that. He caught me. He blindsided me with that. But yeah, anyhow, programmer person, I hope that answers. I hope that answers your question. You have any other questions on what I said? That you think excellent. Now I have a question for you, programmer person. How long have you been new to Linux, and also what distribution are you using currently? I hope that you're using about 7 months and you're using Manjaro. Oh, so you are on an Arch base. Actually, you know what? Manjaro gets a lot of hate, but I agree as a new to Linux user to be using Manjaro because they hold back their packages and they test them before they release them, and so they tend to have less breakage. That's the plus side to Manjaro. So that's if you're going to use an Arch and you're new to Linux, you're going to use an Arch based distribution. I agree with that one as a new to Linux user. What do you think, DT?
Less breakage?
Yep, it's a good one to start with. That's a good selling point to start with, and then you could ease into customizing, doing things yourself, and learning how to expand upon that. There are no bad distros.
Like a flavor. It's like what I'm
Yeah,
comfortable with. What I had to
well,
try out a
except alpha
couple.
betas. Yeah, actually, and it's interesting. There's a new alpha. Well, I don't know if it's alpha or beta. I have to double check. But anyhow, it's a new one coming out that is I'm kind of excited about because it's going to be using like Jello Gia is using Nobara KDE. That's awesome. I'm using Arco Linux B i3 window manager. But I'm getting ready to switch to Hyperland because Hyperland's looking sexy to me. But there's a new one that I'm getting ready to do a review on that is actually immutable. It's You could use Yay, the Arch distro, apt, and one other package manager, all of them in it. And it is actually put together by somebody who's actually successfully put together another distribution. So that's kind of a bit of a tease. Oh my God, Yellow, why you got to be that way, man? Why you got to do me dirty like that, man? Yes, it is. It's Blend OS. Have you tried it? So anyhow, I'm excited to take a look at that one. Actually, you failed on the install. Okay. I wonder why. Were you trying to do it into a virtual manager, or were you trying to do it on the bare metal? If that all operating systems suck. Ones that make you work for it. Ain't that the truth? Yeah. Bare metal from Ventoy. Okay. All right. What were your system specs, just out of curiosity? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Another thing too that I was reading that's in the news for Linux is OBS Studio 29.1. That's for us streamers and content creators. They're promising to have AV1 HEVNC stream over RTM with lossless audio coming. That's going to be pretty awesome. Intel 532 gigs, cool. ET says I'd switch to Nix OS if I didn't have so much invested in Arch. I'd have to repackage so many of your. Oh yeah, yeah, especially you. You've got all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't that the truth? Especially as much stuff as you got. Holy yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, you've got way too much going on with what you do. So yeah, yeah, I can't see that. But NixOS does seem very nice to me. But what's really funny is I've tried Fedora, I've tried Ubuntu, I've tried Debian, I've tried MX, I've tried all these different distributions. I don't just review them; I actually try them. And one of the things that I don't know why I just keep coming back to Arch. And to be honest with you, at least like Matt at the Linux Cast, he would tell you that he kept going back to Arch because of the AUR, the repository. But I couldn't tell you what it is that makes me keep coming back, other than maybe I just have better luck with it. I don't know. I don't seem to have as many breakages with it. It just works for me out of the box, and that's really what I want. I want a distribution that I boot up. You love my T-shirt? Thanks. Thanks. Anyhow, I just want something that I could just boot up, spin it up, do what I got to do, and get on with my day. You know what I mean? That's what I look forward to in a distribution. And there are many distributions out there that can do that for people. It's just some of us are lucky with other ones, and some of us are not so lucky with other ones. Like Fedora I think is my nemesis. I don't know. Everything always was breaking for me in Fedora. Everything. Even somehow DNS broke. I don't even know what I did to break DNF, but it broke. What are you updating over there, Sean?
Black Ops 3. I'm trying to get all the zombie. Zombies.
So programmer person, he says, I love window managers, but he has never installed one. What would be a good one to start with? Okay. So that is a very good question. Yeah. I would say the most beginner-friendly one. There's actually three that I would actually recommend. One is my favorite one, and it's actually user-friendly, which is i3. Two, BSPWM, which is okay. I like it as well. And then another one would probably be like OpenBox. I would suggest OpenBox because OpenBox is awesome. Awesome window manager is also a good one too to start with. It's true, DT. You bring up that one. That's a good point. OpenBox is kind of like a floating window manager, so it gives you the feel of using a window manager because you can do the shortcut keys and all that good stuff. And it also allows you to also still have the comfort and the somewhat familiarity of a desktop environment because it's a floating window manager. So that's what I would do. Those are the ones I would recommend. Also, actually, I was playing on one the other day that actually has a toggle for tiling window manager, and that's Pop! OS. You can actually toggle tiling window manager onto it, and you can actually play around with that to kind of get familiarized with the window manager. So that's some information for you there. OpenBox is great, but it is seriously a black screen by default. Yeah, be prepared for that. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, DT. Yeah, well, if you don't know that's just a black screen, yeah, you're like, what the hell? What do I do? Yeah. So yeah. What did you see? Oh, did you see about Pop! OS? Is that what you're talking about, programmer person? Yeah. 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 It's pretty cool. I mean, those are great places to start with. The reason why I like window managers, by the way, MX Fluxbox is nice too. Yep, I played with that one a little bit. The reason why I like Windows managers is because it's less on the system for me. I like light systems, and two, my workflow is just so much faster. Shortcut keys are much better than clicking with this thing here. I mean, you click with this thing, and just hurts your wrists and stuff, and some of it's things are out of place and all that stuff. Just hitting like the window Q key, or the window X key or window C key, whichever ones are set up in your hotkeys to close things out. I mean, it's just so much easier. Programmer person says I was on Pop! OS when I first started and accidentally deleted my Windows and it broke your grub. You have done something that we've all have done. Messing around, tinkering. We've all broke our system. Are you using a good backup system like Snapper or something like that? Because you definitely want that. If you're new to Linux, make sure you install that and use that. And enable it for you to be able to choose it at Grub. Sean actually started off on Pop! OS. When I converted him from Windows,
still using.
Yeah, you're still using Pop OS?
On this one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
My other one I have Cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my next computer.
Yeah. Still runs. You didn't blow it up or nuke it, even though I think you wanted to Office Space it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Programmer person, I was learning about memory and tinkering with disks. There you go. Ideally, DT says, ideally, if installing multiple OSs, install them each on their own drive. Yep. It helps when things go wrong. Absolutely. I learned that the hard way, too. Well, actually, for me, it wasn't so much the operating system or the grub that got borked. What happened was that the hard drive actually started to fail and was losing sectors, and blocks were going bad, and it was just imminent death coming to it. And so, literally, it was all I had, and I lost everything all at once. I did not have another drive in there. So after that, I learned really quickly to always have another drive kicking around and to install them separate. That way, if one goes wrong, you got the other one to salvage. I definitely agree with that. You have a 50 gig Windows 10 partition, and the other two are Manjaro and Manjaro Recovery. Cool. Yellow Gia has a Promax PC and play with different distros there. Yep. Well, so I'm fortunate enough that I have my motherboard has 2 NVMe drive slots on it. So I have a 500 gig NVMe drive that is my primary drive, and then the other one is a terabyte drive that I put in there that I load whatever I want. I could partition like several different partitions on there and create several different distro partitions all at once. So that's what I'm doing for my partition testing, because I recently got that and installed it, and am now doing all of my reviews and stuff on actual bare metal. People have asked me to start doing that because they want to see the true thing on bare metal, so I'm doing it. Windows for Valorant, the only game on Windows you like. Cool. Oh, speaking of which, on the gaming news, Sean, I figure you'd be excited to hear about this.
Woo!
I am getting ready to start doing God of War. I just bought it.
Ragnarok?
Yep.
First one.
No, the Ragnarok, I think. Anyhow,
Xbox One or on Steam?
No, on Steam. I got it on Steam.
Oh.
I got it all tinkered up. I got my video card dialed in on it, man, and I'm getting ready to start playing that, and I'm going to start streaming it. Well, recording it or streaming it, whichever.
I think you should play the first, but
Oh, why you got to be that way?
$10. Do it for real.
No, it is not Linux compatible, but with the
Awesome story.
yeah, I know you're talking about God of War program person. No, it's not Linux compatible. It's actually Windows only, but I am playing it through Steam with the Proton compatibility layer enabled, and it is.
You can play Windows games.
And you can play Windows games.
Yep.
Do you not know how to do that with Steam or Lutris or any of those? It's Glorious Egg Rolls Proton. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. In Steam, you can actually set a setting. If there's add-ons, you even.
I think CSGO is actually Linux native as well, programmer person. Isn't CSGO Linux native, John?
I don't even know what that is, man.
Global Offensive, you don't know what that is?
It's CSGO?
Yeah. Look up and see if
It's made by Valve.
Yeah, but I think it's made for. Yes, it is. Well, they've got tons of them, man.
It's updating that on my PS4.
Yeah, they are releasing a second one in the summertime. It looks to be awesome.
Yep.
DT says he runs City Skylines on Linux. That's like the only thing I play on Steam these days. I don't log in for Steam that often. Yeah, I just recently, I just really want, actually, to be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a graphics whore. I really am. And God of War's graphics just look so stunning. Just like all of the Oblivions and Morrowind and Elden Ring. You know, those all look so awesome. So yeah, so that's really what got me on that. But I do a lot through Lutris too and GOG with the launchers. John should be doing all this talking about the gaming over there, man.
Left 4 Dead's making a number 3. That's the big news I have. There was some big and finally making. That'll be awesome. Game.
Hey, programmer person, we really enjoyed you. You enjoy, have fun. I really enjoyed having you on. Make sure you get, click the notifications so you know when we go live or when I drop new videos. Also, if you haven't checked out DT's page, go check him out and support him as well. He's actually one of the top-notch guys, dude. I love DT. He's my favorite. He's like my star crush.
Thanks for stopping in with the questions, programmer person.
Yeah, great questions.
We appreciate it. Give us something to talk about. Thumbs up to you.
Oh, don't forget to check out GamerTube's page too. I forgot to plug you. You should have plugged yourself, Sean. But
famous without.
Yeah. Oh, tell everybody your good news.
I'm at 1,000 subscribers.
So you are. How are your watch hours? Are you?
I'm at 3,800 or so. I'm still a couple hundred.
So you're a couple hundred away from monetization.
I uploaded like 5 videos, so we'll be there by the end of the week.
Nice. So excited for you. I mean, it wasn't very long for you. You've only been your channel's been up for what, like 4 months now?
Over a month. Started in February.
Are you shitting me? I swear to God, it feels like it's been 4 months.
February 5th, 12th, or something like that. We made Heavenly Bodies. Me and you, Heavenly over here.
That's right.
That was February 12th.
That's right.
Oh.
Holy crap!
We made that intro video and we did Bodies on February 12th.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the day that we put in. I put in like 8 hours or 6 hours into creating all your crap. Your logo. I created your logo. Yeah. Did your intro. Upload a cat video or something. You should get those hours.
Right? There we go.
What is that? What is that about cat videos? Why does everybody love cat videos? I don't understand. Although I got to tell you, on My Fish Tanks Aquatics, his videos are awesome. Because like, especially on his intro, I get mesmerized by his fish tank. It's like I'm looking, and
really?
it would be really cool is in his wallpaper thing if he could like do like time lapses or something like that, where like he puts like a little gnome in there or something like that. And he just rotates it and moves it every now and then, all through the thing. So you can figure out, like, where's Waldo in the fish tank, or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. His videos are cool. If you guys haven't checked out check out his stuff if you're into fish tank and watching fish and learning about maintaining fish tanks, all that kind of stuff.
Right. Check him out.
What's the live kitten one? Kitten Academy or something like that. Oh. Let me see if I can find kitten.
Little cat at home. I never even thought about video.
Now you're going to watch.
Yep.
DT, this is all your fault.
Yep, those are all my shorts from now on.
Kitten Academy, you're right, DT. It is Kitten Academy.
I'm totally switching up my platform now.
You're welcome, brother.
The kitty tube.
We're a boob avatar. If Dad's with you, he likes boobs. I like boobs. Boobs will get everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trampoline boobs.
Combine
slow-mo.
Yeah. Combine the cat video with fish tanks. That would be awesome. Because then you got this cat just trying to get the fish. Just
those are fun.
Boob
to watch.
Tube. Boobs gets everybody. Yeah, boob tube would be huge.
That would be huge.
Yes, it would. It would be huge. You know how many kids would get the back of their head smacked by their parents, man? What are you watching? Boob tube? And then they'll go over, oh, really? What are you watching on TV? And they're like, no, boob tube on YouTube, man. All of a sudden they look at it and they smack them in the back of the head. What are you doing?
It's like the intro to the Man's Show.
Oh, the one with Adam Carolla?
Girls jumping on trampoline.
Yeah.
I could watch that for an hour straight.
Yeah. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Oh my God. It's so funny what people will watch on here. It's like you put seriously good content out there, and they'll watch 2 minutes of it. It's like
Yeah.
that's it, 2 minutes, and then they're done. But you put some stupid, like you did a short plus our work. Somebody was riding around on a forklift or something like that,
Yeah.
and you got insane amount of views on it in like no time flat.
Yeah. Of the plant, warehouse, of trains moving around, and then Moses was driving around on a forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DT says, what would be hilarious is if the boob tube name was really just clickbait. The videos are actually nothing but man boobs.
Oh.
Oh,
Man butts.
oh, that would be so wrong.
But
I bet you would get a whole bunch of thumbs downs, but you'd get a lot of clicks on it though. That would be insane.
yeah, my average view time is like under 2.
Well, I think
don't know how
I
to
think
pump
a
that
few
up.
of my videos broke like 4 minutes. I don't.
Some people watch them all, like the average.
Yeah. That's called moobs. Part of the fun. Yeah. Yeah. Trolling your YouTube audience is part of the fun. Actually, my community is growing, and I'm getting a lot of interaction with my community. I'm really, really, really grateful for you guys. I really am. I'll tell you that now. It's been such a great experience, man.
How long you been going? You started like
I'm over a year now.
April of last year?
Yeah. I'm over. I'm
Almost a year.
almost a year. Yeah, I'm
it
close
was
to
like
a year.
April we started.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Right before summer. I
Yeah,
remember.
1 year, man. I've been doing this, and I tell you what, man, I regret not starting it a lot sooner.
You were loaded with all the info and all the gear. You already had all the technical stuff and
Yeah.
equipment.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. But
Right. Big investment, man.
somebody,
I
well,
was too already.
somebody said in a video, and that's kind of what kind of spawned me, and ET, that just make the video. If you wait to make the video and wait to get everything perfect and get everything right, it's going to be forever. Just make the video. Just put something out there and
Get it out there.
get going. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you can increase your video quality, your sound quality as you go. And don't think that you're going to make perfect videos ever, because there's always going to be something that you can find wrong. And that's the best part of it, is actually saying, what can I do better? What part can I do better?
I make some and the sound is still messed up. Gameplay sound, I don't realize it until I'm tutorial. I'll just put me.
Yeah.
Let it ride, I mean,
My guy just said the perfect thing. DT said, "You're not making a good first video. Just know that it's gonna suck, and people will make fun of you years from now for that video." That's right. That is absolutely correct. I make fun of myself. One thing that I'm actually getting better at, and I'm actually getting less editing out of, is the word That to this day, I'm getting better at it. Hip Dad said I could do old guy taking his meds every day. Yeah, that you got one of those big old pill boxes, that's Monday to Wednesday, right? And you flip them open, you got like a whole month there, or you just got 1 week at a time.
Each one's a handful.
Yeah, each one's a handful. These are my vitamins. He says nope. I currently have 3 medications I take, and I hate them.
He must be single then. No wife.
Nope, he says he hates planners.
If you had a wife, you'd have the.
He goes bottle to bottle. Me too. I go
Yeah.
bottle to bottle. And when I don't have those little pill boxes. But yeah, no, I mean the video making thing, that is definitely the one thing that if you're thinking about actually doing a beer bottles count, yes they do, DT. That's what you take your pills with. Makes them go down the first time. You don't get stuck in the back of your throat and you start going.
Lots of vitamins in beer too.
Yeah, total vitamins.
Essential.
But anyhow, the video thing, like I said, I really regret not starting earlier. It's been a lot of fun, and I enjoy getting the feedback. I keep asking people on my on my, to leave comments, tell me what I can do better. I've had people message me, private message me, on Facebook or whatever, and it's I eat that up. It's great. It gives something to.
I don't ever get that except from you, and my sound sucks.
Dude, yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I don't get no. All I get is like thumbs up from people and good video, but I don't ever get nothing negative.
Well, I didn't.
Except but you, and I'm like, yeah, I know the sound kind of sucks, but I'm just pushing it.
Well, I'm not trying. Well, you know what, man? You're getting my old stuff, so your sound's getting ready to get a boost. So.
I'm using an old USB mic, so yeah.
Your sound's getting ready to get a boost, so I mean that's good stuff. I'm just, like I said, I'm honest,
Oh, I totally appreciate it. I'm just saying I don't get. I wish I would get that from viewers, like, suck. Do this.
But you do
I wish
a lot
you
of
do this.
But the thing is you do a lot of gaming content, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people could technically turn the volume down and just watch you game.
Right. Turn on music in the background, whatever. Yeah.
Hip Dad says we've come a long way since BBS, but on the flip side, a lot has never changed. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. But the thing is the technology. Here's the thing with the old BBS analog stuff that you have, like your old, tubes and amps and equalizers and all that kind of stuff. You could still pretty much so work with them. Whereas now with digital, kind of like, it's got to be dialed in perfectly, or it's garbage, as we experienced in the beginning of the show.
You get a little ticking going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we even started, and then
yeah, there's just so much that can go wrong with digital now that it'll just like crap out the whole thing. So yeah, I mean, it's just that's the flip side to digital. Yes, it sounds amazing. Yes, it seems to be better, but once you get it dialed in,
right.
It's a great thing. But other than that, then no, it can go way wrong real fast. So I don't know about that. Just like a friend of mine bought a record player, and I was over at their house, and they played up vinyl on it, and I was shocked at how wonderful the vinyl sounded. I mean, it on the right system dialed in right, it literally sounded CD quality. DT says my analog equipment likes to adjust knobs and sliders on its own. I swear. Gremlins in my office. Yeah.
Said he 32 radio for his birthday. Pretty cool.
Oh, sweet.
Especially if it works. Real cool.
Yeah, that is really, really cool.
Takes a minute to warm up. It's like.
yeah, it does. It takes a minute. Some of that old stuff just works well. Gremlins are Hip Dad's friend.
So my mic's so sensitive it catches me. Figure out filter.
Noise gate and expander.
Noise gate, yeah.
I
need to turn.
Gremlins 2, an underrated masterpiece. Oh, DT's going way back into the video files right there, man, with Gremlins 2. Heck yes.
I just seen a Funko Pop at GameStop. It had one.
The Spike. His name was Spike.
Christmas hat on.
Oh, with the Christmas hat? Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that was the Spikes. He was the coolest one, Spike. But what's really funny is I mentioned that to somebody at work, the Mohawk. Yeah, I mentioned that to somebody at work, and Gremlins, and they looked at me like I was an alien. They're like, "What is that?"
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Wow.
Gremlins? You never heard of Gremlins? And they're like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, it's so hard." I mean,
who's that, Alan? Or
little...
they must be someone really young.
Yeah, it was Linton.
Oh, okay.
And
he's from Jamaica. So
well, yeah, and so
they don't even have TVs or something over there.
Oh, come on! Everybody's had to have heard of Gremlins.
Boom boxes.
Yeah, but anyhow, so I said there was these little furry, cute little things that were cute and adorable till you got water on them. Then they became some freaking monster. I said, kind of like my ex-wife. She was cute in the beginning, and then all of a sudden she became a monster. I guess.
Once everything washes
she was always
off,
a monster. I was just drunk. The truth. But yeah, no, I mean, I just couldn't believe you didn't know what.
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
Yeah. Gremlins is definitely underrated masterpiece. I definitely agree with that. Oh, Gentoo based Proteus kiosk has been released with Linux kernel 6.1. So if you're trying to try a derivative of Gentoo and want to explore Gentoo that's already set up instead of having to compile it, go ahead and try Proteus. That works. And Ubuntu Touch OTA has released their first release on 22.04. So the Pine phones, Pine 64 phones, and those guys, they can actually do OTA for Ubuntu Touch. That is cool. Starting to do OTA pushes now. I can't wait to see that expand more in the world of cellular phones. Start to actually get like, Linux-based phones out there. Hipdats is going to install Enlightenment on his Arco. Hey, not bad. I like the Enlightenment desktop environment. It's pretty sweet. Gelogia says, wasn't there a car named Gremlin? Yes. Yeah. Way back, it was made by AMC. Way back in the day.
Like a Pinto.
Yep. Yeah, actually, it looked like a no. So I had to say, I want to say Acer, but it was Pacer, like a Pacer.
Bet.
Yeah. Hip Dad said, "Yep, he had a maroon one." Whiskey, what's up, brother?
That was probably
It's
like
just me, or
was
is the
probably like
audio
a
incredibly
badass car
low?
too to have.
No. I got new audio equipment, Whiskey. I'm sorry, I'm trying to dial it in.
I'm playing online.
I just boosted it a little bit. Hopefully it's working better. I think it might be a noise gate issue. All right. Well, then let's do this.
You hear us?
Yeah, they can hear us, but how's that? Yellow Gia says audio is fine. That's weird. Better. Okay, so we got that going on. Louder. That's what DT says. So much better. Cool. Thanks for the help and thanks for the help and help me dial in my brand spanking new equipment. You know, what a better way to christen it, I guess. So it's sounding better. It's not. Is it not clipping out anymore?
Gotta get the bugs out, right?
It sounded great when I had it on my monitors. No, I doubt it's their computers. I know DT has a badass system. The engine idle is gone. The engine idle is gone. Excellent. So it sounds better. Okay.
When tires.
Repetitive beat in the background. Holy crap. No fan running, no. No DT. I don't have any fan running. It's dead quiet. The only thing that's running is Sean over there clicking on his controller as he's playing.
I might be breathing.
Is it gone now? Hang on a sec. Okay, good. So it's not a major issue, just annoying. I live with annoying. I'll work on it. I promise. So the PreSonus box that I have,
you can live with that.
The way it works is there are no knobs because it's completely digital. Once again, here's that digital thing. There are no knobs except for a gain and the master gain, and then a gain for each input. That's it. Now, what I have to do in order to adjust things is I have to connect it to software. that I use on a Mixer Pro software that I got to download and get. And once I get that dialed in and set up, then I could adjust all the different things in there, because it's actually a Pro Studio mixer, which I'm actually going to have a friend of mine who's an actual sound engineer kind of help me out with it, because it's like really complex. And once we get that dialed in, it should be all right. So I apologize for any of the sound issues, but we should get it better. Get it all dialed in and better. But right now, I think it's okay. Not getting any more from you guys.
Is there a fan? He said.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
we got a little buzzing going on.
Well, no. Sometimes you get a little bit of buzz in the background. It could also be a bad ground on a board, on a something's not grounded well.
Yeah.
In your box, they can do that. So, oftentimes, I'm not trying to rank on anything, but I find it when I get the cheap knockoff Chinese equipment, like USB hubs and stuff like that, they'll do that. He said, no, it's like a machine gun being fired softly in the background when he speaks. Oh, it's when you speak.
Weird.
Slow firing machine gun. Weird. So I sound just fine. Yeah, because Hip Dad said, yep. All right. So it's something with mic number.
That's what we thought at the beginning. It was clicking.
Yeah, there's no reverbs. I don't have any reverb on here. How's he sounding now?
Only thing that matters is
he says fine for me. Okay. That's really strange. Hip Dad says it's fine for him. Kind of turned you down a little bit. Maybe you were just you're booming too much. I don't have, and that's the other thing, I don't have any signal meter. You think it's DT's headset. I don't have a signal meter to let me know. His audio's fine now, DT? And Jello's saying he hears it on both of us. It was fine. Alright, it's good now. I went back to the setting that it was. Like I said, I don't have a signal meter to see which one is pegging or not. So that's the problem with, once again, that entire digital thing. So versus analog. I like knobs. I like sliders. Probably should have went. Stopped for me, then started for others. So cool. Gotta freaking love this. All right, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna deal with it later.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let it. I'm obsessive with that kind of stuff, and so this is gonna bug me to no end. I'll spend countless hours trying to figure this out later.
We've made it this far, right?
No, Whiskey, I'm glad that you're here, man. And if you got any questions, ask them. And DT's, yeah, I know. How cool is that, right? I know. This is actually like my third or fourth one that DT's been on. It's awesome. It's awesome. If DT, you're just a great man. I can't say enough good things about DT. I really can't. How are you doing, Whiskey? How's your day going? Good, I hope. I got home from work, and Sean was, you're well, sir. Yeah, my day was good. I have a day job, so it's not the real DT, it's an imposter. Anyhow, I have a day job. I don't, I work at a steel shop, and I actually known as an iron worker. And basically, I take long pieces of steel and I turn them into small pieces, punch holes in them into different.
That's a good way to explain it.
Into specifications that are given by the customer who orders 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 pieces. I do of this stuff all day long. So Yeah, that's true, Hip Dad. Is the imposter DT bald or not? That is the question. Are you? Somebody asked Chat GPT if you were bald, and it told him you were not bald. That is hilarious. Oh, Open Chat Kit. Have you heard of that, DT? Open Chat Kit? Well, I got a video coming out on it, but I'll drop it in here. Open Chat Kit.
You're about to learn all about it. Huh?
Open Chat Kit is basically Chat GPT, but it is being created and maintained 100% open source. Yeah, it's the alternative to Chat GPT that is open source. It's awesome. I agree that it should be, because everybody, the way to keep AI honest, especially with all this fear that everybody's talking about, the way to keep, AI honest and used for the right stuff, it's going to be better this way. That it's, yes, yeah. FOSS, absolutely. Open source can hurt. Yep, an open source Chat GPT. It's called Open Chat Kit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh. It's you can check it out. They have a GitHub, so you can actually go look at the code. Open source is painful, yes. Anyhow, you can go check out the code. You can look at it and also contribute to it, and you could also compile it and use it. It's pretty cool. So, yep. I was excited to read that, because that gentleman whose name I shall not mention that was the crux of caused the whole crap to happen. Became a craptastic show.
Program. Are you going to use
Chat GPT or the Open Chat?
Yeah.
The same as you. I'm just saying you can use it. Well, have you used Chat GPT?
Not at all. So I was saying I wanted to make like pickup lines.
Oh, well, that's the thing with Chat GPT. You can actually, or Open Chat, you can actually go into their, go into their application, and you can type in questions, and it will answer them.
Yeah.
Now, it's not 100% accurate because it's still learning and stuff like that, but like you can go in to learn how do I write a bash script for this, and it will literally tell you how to. DT says you two guys will be back on speaking terms by Christmas. He will be on your Christmas card list. Oh yeah, I got a Christmas card I can send them. I sure do.
Good for you guys to meet face to face, or
yeah,
make a video of you guys going back.
You know what, man? I'll put that out there. I'll definitely put that out there. I will go on video with him. I will definitely go on video with him. I don't know that he would me. He doesn't live far from you.
Wow.
No. Wow. Yeah, I will go live. Maybe we should have DT on video too as a mediator. Kind of like a debate forum. Heck yeah, DT! I'm on my way, man. I love B-dubs, man.
Wasn't that Ohio or something?
No, he's in like Arkansas and DT in like Louisiana or something like that. I don't know exactly where he's at, but yeah, I mean, I'll definitely meet. I'll meet with you for beer and wings, man, any day. But yeah, no, I'll put that out there. I'll definitely talk with him.
Place.
I don't have a problem talking with him. DTB Creole. I tell you what, man, he's down there eating that boudin, and that's some good eating right there, and some of that jambalaya, and a good old crawfish bowl. I used to live in New Iberia, just south of Lafayette. I lived there for a couple of years. Tell you what, man, those were some good times, really good times. Good people down in Louisiana. Jambalaya, yep, and a little bit of etouffee. Yeah, it was a good time, man. I tell you what, man, the coolest thing is, and I think I've talked about this before, but one of the coolest things that I experienced in Louisiana was what's known as a fête dodo. and it's basically chicken and sausage. Oh, I thought you made chicken and sausage gumbo because that's really good too, DT. But anyhow, it's called a Fado dough, and it's basically where the community you're living in just all of a sudden decides they want to have a damn block party. They literally shut down and have a block party.
Close down the road.
Like I'm talking, they close down the roads. They set up a stage. They have people get up there, picking banjos and strings and playing drums and just whooping and hollering and dancing. And everybody brings like all kinds of food, man. I'm talking everything's awesome.
Totally different from the.
Oh yeah.
No culture at all.
DT just said it. Fado is just a Cajun version of a block party. That's the truth. It's a lot of fun. Somebody brings out that jug, if you know what I'm talking about. If you like that jug, you're gonna find it at a Fado. It's good stuff. Yeah, I tell you, man, I really, I really enjoyed my time in Louisiana. That's another place I would move back to. Yeah, it's peaceful. The people are nice. It's just simple living, good living. I don't know what it's like now. Is it still same DT, or is it kind of like everywhere else a mess? Probably, I'd imagine the big cities are kind of a mess.
That stuff is best. Car engines.
Mostly the same. That's awesome.
Sip.
Just a sip.
That looks like a jug.
Yeah, I hit my jugs. I got my jugs.
Jug of something, huh?
Yeah. I enjoy my jugs. I make rum, whiskey, tequila. I make it all. Corn liquor.
You ever get that rum done?
Nope, it's not paint thinner. Yeah, that rum's done. It's not paint thinner. I promise you that, man. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Gut stripper.
No, it's not paint stripper. No, that's actually
warm me up on a cold day.
That is a lightly oaked rum, spiced rum.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That I just showed on camera. Yeah. Well, because you lightly oak it.
Just the oak, yeah.
Yeah, you lightly oak it. Yeah, I actually had thought about making a channel doing that, but I didn't know how fast the feds would be here. But yeah, no, I really like Louisiana.
Just the in between, you can do all the steps after and prepping the corn, and do everything before and after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that.
They can figure out the rest.
Well, I don't know the legalities, the ins and outs of it. DT says his dad's been making his own whiskey for the past few years. He's gotten pretty dang good at it. Yeah. Sean can attest to my whiskey.
Do you have like a set recipe now? Or are you always kind of changing?
No, man. I have for my whiskey, for my corn that goes into my whiskey, I have a set recipe. I actually have mash bills from all the different whiskeys. You know what I'm saying? I've actually gotten that. But, I age in barrels. I don't do chips like a lot of these home distillers do. They use wood chips in their stuff. I actually use a real barrel, and I age in a barrel. And so I do that. But the thing is about the legalities of it, what I understand mainly is that they can catch you. They have to catch you in the actual act of making it, because
you're correct.
When you're making what would be known as the mash or the fermentable stuff.
That can be used for anything.
It could be used for beer. Exactly. It's actually termed as a beer sometimes. And you can actually own the equipment, because the equipment is what you use also for distilling water. So that's why they have to catch you in the actual act. But
not like cooking drugs.
But I was getting ready to say, increasingly more and more, that is so far down the food chain for law enforcement that they don't even I don't think pay attention to that anymore. They don't have any worries about that anymore, because they got much harder stuff going out there that they need to be after. So.
Yeah, someone just got caught and they look like Tic Tacs. Get them pressed and in a little TikTok box.
Oh, you talking about
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl, yeah.
Yeah, they look just like all the colors and everything.
Muscadine wine? Oh man, I'd love to try that. Yeah, muscadine wine's so good.
Never heard of it.
Does it have a good body to it, DT? You know, the good mouthfeel, that good body? Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy what our world's devolved to, man. But
Desperate to make money. Five around here.
well, I don't know if it's just about money as much as it's just the devolving of our society. You know, I mean, it's like,
Crimes aren't getting punished around here. More and more, gated criminals.
yeah,
In our area.
in our area, yeah, which, you know, I imagine it's somewhat rampant everywhere else in the same way. I mean, people are just out of control. You know, society's just, you know, it has a very unique taste. Nothing like your typical wines. Yeah, it's in general is just like become a way of life. It seems like anymore. It's like people just don't think of other people. I guess I don't know how to put it. Jello Gia says I don't drink anyway, but why couldn't you make it for self-consumption? Well, Jello, it's because in the United States
they want money.
they want money. Exactly. It's
It
all
all
about
comes down to
taxation.
money.
It's all about taxation.
You can't
In the
own a
United States,
business, you can't
they
build
make-
a house.
they make a lot of money off taxing alcohol and tobacco. Lots of money off of it, and that's what it's about.
Not less than 100 years ago, we could hunt,
The
build a
USDT, ain't that the damn truth? He says the U.S. taxes everything that's good. Every damn thing is good. They tax it, or they
Yeah.
limit the amount that you can use. You know,
I was telling my kids, they tax me when I make money, and then they tax me when I spend money.
spend money exactly,
You get taxed on that money twice.
and they tax you just because you think about money.
They tax me in my sleep.
So, Mr. Jello, yes, you can make your own beer. There was a act passed in the 70s. I can't remember the exact name of it, but you
No.
yeah, you can email me. Hold on a second, Jello. I'll get back to you in a second. You can email me thelinuxtube@gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll get back to you. All right, 10 Lee J. Anyhow, the act that they passed in the 70s allows you to make beer for yourself and consume it for yourself. And I think you can make up to 100 gallons a year in that. There is a limit that you can make.
Mm-hmm. Same with wine.
Yep. Same with wine. Exactly.
Before you
They're
have
both
to buy a license.
Yep, they
and pay
both
taxes on.
correct. They both fall into that realm.
Yeah, for at-home use. Once you start selling it, that's a whole.
Yes.
At a public market or something like that, selling it, then
Well, yeah.
just
It's got to be when you make
personal.
those. Yeah, exact. Don't sell it. Ship it. Yeah, when you
gift it,
yeah,
trade.
when you make those things, you have to gift it, and you cannot sell it anywhere at all.
Yep.
Because once again, it becomes part of that taxation thing. They don't really care that you're making what you're making. They just really care that you're paying the taxes on it, because that's all they care about.
A lot of that with growing medicinal marijuana.
Well, I don't know about all that because that's not my cup of tea. But in any instance, I do know that the states that are adopting medicinal marijuana and the pot farms and stuff, they are making a lot in taxation.
Not
Revenue.
medicinal anymore. Now it's use, but back in the day, like one person could grow for like 5 different. He would grow for 7 plants.
Something like that.
Card he had, he could have
I'm with you on that one, DT. I can't speak about Mary Jane either, man. I have no clue on that one, but you know,
in a different life.
In a different life, that was you. You know, we all grow up at some time, right? We can't always be a Toys R Us kid. Is that chain still around, or did it go defunct as well?
I seen one somewhere just the other day in Seattle when I was driving.
Well, really?
Yeah, where? Or
I mean, you never even see
Bellevue.
You know, I just want to
There's
be a
one in
Toys R
Bellevue.
Us kid. All that, stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Bellevue.
gone. There's one in
Swear.
Bellevue. Well, it's just like I didn't know. I just realized this in our local news. Do you guys know? All right, DT, take care, my brother. You be safe out there, man. Did you know? Did you know that there's actually a Blockbuster?
Bend, Oregon, where I'm from.
Yep, in Oregon. Yeah, there's actually one in Bend, Oregon. There's the only one left in the country. And
you can still rent video.
Yeah, and also there's one in Alaska too.
Alaska.
All right. Ten Lee, are you in Alaska? That's cool. Anyhow,
Which one's closer?
they did a Ohio, okay. But you've been to Anchorage. Okay, cool. Anyhow, the one, I guess the Blockbuster's actually getting ready to start up a streaming service.
Yeah.
I was watching that in the news the other day.
Just
It was
went
a news
online
segment.
again
Yep.
or something.
They're going back online, yeah. Yeah, I was like, wow. I mean, that's an old giant coming back. But how are you going to compete with like Netflix?
Servers.
Yeah, I guess. Well, so let's see. Any other news? Linux-wise. Well, the only last thing I got is Arch Linux-based System Rescue 10 has been released with the new 6.1 kernel LTS. So it's updated to where you can actually use the Rescue CD with a 6.1 kernel, which is just that, updates are great when they happen. But on a Rescue CD, I don't think you need the latest and greatest kernel for that. But either way. Well, guys, it's getting kind of late over here. We got to have dinner yet. We still haven't. It's almost 7 o'clock. So we're going to end this live stream. Thanks for joining. I completely am humbled that you guys took the time. You need a good Rescue CD. Try the system. The system here. I will read the name of. It's the System Rescue 10 is what it's called. System Rescue 10.0. It's a live Linux rescue toolkit. So go get that. I've actually heard that before. And it's also, I've never actually used it because I just use a live CD. And so I use that. Well, that's 10 leads because Arc GPU is so new. There's a lot of software is not really supporting Arc GPU, but it's coming. It's coming cool. Hey, my fish tanks, thanks, man. I enjoy your streams too, brother. So I'll catch you on yours. All right. Anyhow, I will talk to you guys later. You guys keep doing what you guys do. Keep on Linux, and you guys have a great day. Ten Lee, I will check my email and be looking for one. Make sure that you in your email you said that you're from the chat. You emailed me from the chat. All right. All right,
Thanks
guys.
everyone for tuning in.
Yep. Have a good one.
night.
Be good.
Something.